the top teams in the nation set to square off and see who has the upper hand, at least for the moment. A top 10 in-conference showdown awaits. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Alabama's offense will get first crack at it here. With the excellence of both programs over the last nearly 20 years, we expect hotly contested back-and-forth battles. But Alabama took an early lead and didn't look back, and as the old saying goes, the Tide don't lose in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, it was ugly. I mean, there's no other way to spin it. It was not a good day for LSU. LSU usually plays good at home, right? Like, we expect this game to be kind of back and forth. But Jalen Milroe, yep, he just scored again. He did it at will, Palmer.
185 rushing yards and 4 TDs for Milroe, but also the Bama defense dominated. They created 3 takeaways. Alabama showed up last year. LSU did not. LSU has got to get off the bus, ready to go and play with their hair on fire in this one.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The transition from Nick Saban to Kalen DeBoer certainly gave growing pains to the Crimson Tide, and they're expecting progress in year 2.
It wasn't smooth. I mean, you expand the playoff, obviously, further, and they still don't make it, so a lot of upset Alabama fans, Jesse, but year 2, obviously a chance to change that. More of his guys, more of his system.
Yeah, there were some bright spots a year ago in Kalen DeBoer's first season. Obviously, beating Georgia at home was a big one, but this is a team that definitely stumbled down the stretch, and you're right. This is a team that has expectations to compete for national championships. They have to take the next step this year.
Just got one on that last run. Now 2nd and 9 from their own 26. Got it behind the line. It's Horton. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. The LSU Tigers offense will go to work for the first time today. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback
can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
Now a to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. No fair catches here, looking for room. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Fakes to grab. Great move. Now he's got room. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. 3rd and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous, making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that 1st down and keep the offense on the field.
Here's the handoff. Sweet cut there. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. From the gun to give, looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Quarterback on the keeper. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
And now on second down for this offense. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. It falls incomplete and will change ends of the field to get things started back up. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. If this offense had a little extra time to think about it, let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, running back on the move. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Punt is on its way. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. They'll start this drive from the 42. He'll do it himself. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Man, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Palmer. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications are on the line. And the intensity level in this game, it's simply unmatched in college football.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. To the air, it's Simpson. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it. And
nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
That's just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there and catching the football.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Durham. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Hey, nice job by the QB. It's third down, it's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Anderson.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quick completion to the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And the Tigers with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Green.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Grabbed behind the line. It's Horton. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield. It's Simpson. It's complete on the right side. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. A QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
He's got an open man. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So now on comes the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive results in a field goal.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside the 10, here he comes. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. RPO complete to open the drive. He'll be guided out of bounds at the 17, and a productive play there.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Now on second down. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Off play action on first down. Fires to the right. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Gonna let it fly. Makes a catch at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers! They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Finds his tight end. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we can just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
The give to the back. There he goes. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. He'll keep it himself. Got some room into the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bama!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Snags a quick pass on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll line up for a second down play. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Snagged in the middle, it's Anderson. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grab near the marker. It's Green. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Pressure coming. Lets it fly on the move. Makes a grab down the middle. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll go to the ground. The offense coughs it up. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that right there, probably the biggest play in this game so far. The offense has the lead, and they're just trying to run the football to run this clock out. But the defense able to knock it out, jump on it. Now all of a sudden, this game has a completely different feel.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw it, Simpson. Just a short pass to the tight end.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Looking to fire. He uncorks one deep. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight. They thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Coming up, 4th down.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away.
Ons punts it away.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Caught behind the line. It's Anderson. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too. Because of what you just said, David, they can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Catch in the middle, it's Cuevas. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Caught in the backfield, it's Horton. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Extra point here will tie the game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The RPO, it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. They've got a chance to get out from their own end. 2nd and 6 from the 18. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Plucks it out of the air. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught over the middle, it's Brown. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game.
This game right now is hanging in the balance. It's tight, it's close, tied here in the 4th quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Who could ask for anything more? Coming down the gut of the game, and maybe one of those moments that will be etched in the annals of this rivalry forever. Got a man, it's Bernard. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
Listen, I love when my quarterback gets outside the pocket. I got an opportunity to make a huge play. But when it's not there, now I want him to make the simple play. Throw it away. Don't take the sack. Don't take the loss of yards plays.
Back to pass, it's Simpson. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, no big surprise here in the 4th quarter. The defense expecting pass, and that's why they've got extra DBs on the field. It's almost like a prevent look. Everybody back there staring at the QB. Going to be hard to throw into that. Obviously, the ball falls incomplete.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Finds his man. It's Durham. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
Well, I like this, man. Clock running down. You could take a knee. You could be very conservative, but you can tell they're trying to spin this ball, go for the win. I like it. Just don't make the mistake.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
The give out of the gun. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They jump on top here in OT.
Man, what a nice touchdown run. And this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes the score LSU 24, Alabama 17.
Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. To the air, it's Simpson. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks, that's just ridiculous.
Third down in overtime. They have to keep the drive alive and try to get it in the house. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to to make with a point after.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
This is like that 2-foot putt. They still need to make it to force another overtime. And the extra point was good. We play on. First down here in the second overtime period. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Makes the grab on the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. Handoff from the shotgun. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Touchdown time! That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Now in the second overtime, you must go for the two-point conversion. Trying to pound it in. They do not get the 2, and now the lead sits at 6 in double OT.
That keeps the score Alabama 30, LSU 24.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Durham. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Leaves it with the back. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
Running the ball in OT, and a nice job by the ball carrier, finding his lane, finding his hole, putting his foot in the ground, and getting upfield.
First down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
That is how you set the tone. First and goal, the offense set up in great position. Nice job rushing the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, getting him in the ground, and now getting him in a second down and long situation.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Gonna swing it on second down. Quick strike complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Third down in overtime, and they need to get it to the end zone. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Does the drama get any thicker? The offense comes to the line on 4th down here in overtime. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Just excellent coverage, nowhere to go, and they don't come close to getting it in. The defense, a brick wall. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in, because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking